Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
To throw on second is Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They give it to Anderson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Simeon. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
All right, here we go.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Incomplete to open things up. Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Rivers. And almost news for them now. It's 4th down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They start the drive with Anderson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's Simeon now on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is Charles. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the first drive, 3 and out. Back in possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes, it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now Gordon on first down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first and 10, Rivers.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch it now, Barney.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Novak out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run it again with Anderson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake to Charles. This is Simeon. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Rivers now to throw on first down. This is Gordon on the dump-off. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Rivers. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. No back out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. CJ with a nifty move. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Anderson. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Simeon. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Set. Green, 39.
They snap it to Simeon. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. Back to the ground, Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Rivers on first down. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing, Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Gordon. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there, got him some extra yardage. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air again here, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Shift together here from the D-line. Terrace with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Toss play. This is Anderson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second down following the run. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down throw here for Rivers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Benjamin's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession. The second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's Simeon. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the counter, it's Charles. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Time running out here on the play clock. Simeon. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They are going to go with Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
This is Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. No back out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
His defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. To throw on second is Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This is the last time the Broncos will see home for a while. 3 straight road games on tap at the Chargers next week. Another division game at Kansas City on a Monday night, and then finally a trip to Philly to begin November.
This will test them and their maturity as a team to go on the road for that long.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Simeon. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To the air again, Simeon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Simeon throwing again. And this is incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Brandon Oliver now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
From the gun, Rivers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing here, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A toss play, Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. First down at Simeon. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Now Simeon. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
Here we go. 3-19. Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. To throw is Simeon. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, here's Simeon. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Running left, it's Gordon on the toss. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.